Surprise! It's Saturday afternoon and I am live. I didn't even give you any advance warning. We have a small group of people over here after our retired stamp sale today. So one thing we wanted to do is just give everybody a chance to practice Facebook Live so they'll be ready to do our virtual convention on Saturday, August the 1st, which is a week from today. So make sure you're ready for that and you're on the Facebook group. I'll send lots of reminders, so don't worry about that now, but we just wanted to get some samples out there to you. I'm going to have Paul come around and show you what stamp set I'm going to demonstrate with today. It's called Game On, and it's in the new annual catalog. It's on page 28. It's a fun set, even if you don't love playing cards or rolling the die or taking a chance. It's just kind of a different stamp set, and it's also a great masculine stamp set for when you want to do those manly cards, right, Paul?
Manly man.
Yes, manly man. Hello, Barbara Gonzalez in Arizona. If we think it's hot here, it's definitely got to be hot there. And Julia Jackie, I haven't seen you in ages. I say that every time. Back in the Schomburg days, I think it was. Okay, I'm going to put that aside and show you what I'm going to do. We're going to start out with basic black cardstock cut in half. I'm just going to fold it. And as always, I just have the corners touch. It's just been cut in half. There we go. Get your bone folder. And I like to fold it twice just to get that nice crease. And I'm going to be using the World of Good specialty paper, and it's called specialty when it has foil embellishments or something, some flocking, something that makes it unique. I've already cut apart some of mine, but you can still see some of the fun patterns. You can see one side has that coppery gold foil, and that's the beauty of our paper. There's two sides to every one. And don't forget, when you look at them on the paper package, it tells you which colors it coordinates with. This is a nice neutral background here, and then the other side, look at that with the accent, just gorgeous. It's hard to decide which color to use. So you've got these two, and then you got this pattern, a map of the world. So just beautiful paper. And oh, look at this one. I don't know if you can always, you can just get the sheen on there. Paul's doing a great job capturing that on the camera. Okay, I got that one. Look at this with the compass points. Manly. Don't ask me why finding directions is manly. We'll leave it at that. Okay.
Finding them is manly, asking is not.
Okay, there you go. Paul explained that one for us.
Okay.
Again, but look at the beautiful shine here with the foil. Okay. A little bit of grid. Grid and grit. There we go. That's the manly man. All right. So I'm just going to take this pattern. It's the black with a little bit of copper grid on it. And then I'm going to get my card insert right here. Whenever you use dark cardstock like this, it's nice to put an insert inside the card. And I know I'm still using up all my old snail. I promise there will be a special video someday of me using the new adhesive when I use up all my snail. But I'm trying to be frugal right now. There we go. And try to put it in there a little bit straighter than I did. Hello, Dana in Arizona, and Carol. So then I'm just going to take my DSP, and I'm always generous with my nail adhesive, and just kind of layer it across here, just center it in the top third. And then I used two different die sets. One of them is the definite one you need, layering circles. And you can see this is just a basic. You've got some scallop circles and different sizes of circles. This is a must-have. And the other one that I used is the Tasteful Touches, which is a new die set. And I'll show you these in the catalog shortly. I like this new die set because it's got a lot of great dies for greetings. So that's what I cut my die pieces out with. And here is the foil, and I happen to use, I'm looking on my cheat sheet here, the brass foil, and then a very vanilla circle. And this is what I cut out with the Tasteful dies. So this one I'm going to use the chest set, and whenever I use the memento pad, I always like to turn it stamp side up. And I'll go ahead and stamp this because it's only going to take me a second. I'll ink up both of them at the same time. And let's see if I can find this here. Now, I don't know if you're like me. I'm always like, I got to stamp this straight. But then I'm like, oh, it's a circle. It doesn't matter, does it? See, it's hard to mess up when it's on a circle. Famous last words. Let's see. And then the greeting says, hope your day is all fun and games. Well, that's all we could ask for right now, right? And it's kind of it's not a real solid image. You can see it's kind of a sketched image. So what I'm going to do next is put my circle onto the foil. Make sure you put it straight. Aha, just kidding. It's a circle. You can't mess it up. I told you. Then you're going to take your dimensionals, turn it over. You can never have enough dimensionals. That's like a bumper sticker. Okay, peel these off. And I told you, every time I do this, it makes me think of Matisse, my youngest daughter, when she was 3, who peeled off dimensionals and put them all over the TV screen. I never forget that. There we go. And then I'm just going to take the greeting and just throw this down here. Hope your day is all fun and games. I probably would have put this up a little higher. If I were you doing this, I would probably put your greeting first and then glue this top part. But it's not life or death, I promise you. And then I'm just going to take the Gilded Gems, and they're page 157. And you can either take your pick tool. I'm just going to use my paper piercing tool right now, because you want to get underneath, because they're self-adhesive, and find a good spot to put these. Let's put one up here, and watch your fingers as you do this. I really prefer take your pick tool, but I just didn't have it handy right before this video. And let's put one more on here, like a medium size. I mean, again, there's no right or wrong. It's your card. It'll be beautiful whatever you do. How about right here? Hi, Deb. Just saw you. It's been so long, like a couple hours ago. Hello, Brandy and Donna. So it looks something like this. Isn't that gorgeous, if I must say so myself? Very manly. I have my nephew here, Evan. Do you agree? He says yes. He's giving us social media tips today. And then you've got your card insert. You could put something inside there as well. But quick, simple, easy card. And just let me feature here. I pulled this out in the catalog to show you. Here's the Game On stamp set, and it's on page 28 of the annual catalog. You can see it has an N by the name of the stamp set. That's a little icon that lets you know it's new to this catalog. And I personally highlight whenever I purchase a set, so then I remember which sets I do have in stock. And I do my blog every day, and I just make a note when I've done that particular set on the blog, so I make sure I don't repeat it. So this particular stamp set I featured on the blog on June the 5th. So that's just little tips I do. Then I'm going to get my hand out of the way. Over here on page 157, the bottom, it's hard to tell in the catalog. This is the Gilded Gems that we used. And that's $7, and you get a ton, 90 pieces. And then the next big item I use, let's go over the dies. Look at the Tasteful Label dies here. As I said, it's a phenomenal die set to have because a variety of sizes and shapes for greetings. That's why it's one of my favorites. And just the dies alone without the bundle, it's $31. But you get a lot of bang for your buck here because that's an awesome variety. And the other one I said is a classic is the layering circles. That's been around for a little while, but you use these constantly. So I would say layering circles, layering squares, layering ovals. All three of those are nice just to have on hand for your basic shapes. So, hi Donna. I'm going to put that aside. And just a quick review. The stamp set I used was Game On, page 28. Ink was Memento Black. Cardstock, basic black, very vanilla, and brass foil. I love the metallic foil papers. The Designer Series paper was World of Good Specialty, and that's $15 for 12 by 12 sheets, and that's on page 150. And accessories, Gilded Gems, and that will last you a long time with 90 pieces there, and that's on page 157. Dimensionals, that's just something basic, hopefully you have on hand. And then the two dies that I talked about. So that's all it took to put together. And the only thing that's consumable is your cardstock and Designer Series paper and the gems. Everything else, you know, you've got basics to create tons of cards in the future. So hopefully you enjoyed that since I popped in today. I will pick one name. Donna, since you're the last one on here, you are going to be the winner chicken dinner for this hot Saturday afternoon. And I appreciate you guys taking the time. Yes, thank you, Brandy, and popping in today. Stay cool out there and have a great weekend. Bye.